Aloha, everyone. It's Richard McKeeselbeck here. I wanted to connect with all of you and just drop in and share some stuff that's been coming through that I feel is important for us to kind of discuss or consciously become aware of. If you enjoy these light language transmissions, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and feel free to leave a comment below. Kurukiaroko yoko, kuroko yoko, matsiyana kiziroko yoko, kayara yana na 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 do 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 do. Do not drive while listening to this. So I want all of us to just really take a step back from all we've been perceiving and everything we've been diving into in this moment, to just really become aware of all that is occurring within our life. There's a lot of duality consciousness that is existing at this present time. And each one of us has an energetic responsibility within the moment and how we want to engage and how we would like to show up. I keep seeing a deep level of attachment that so many have at this present time to all of the outcomes and all of the different timelines and options that are occurring right now. Many of these are even creating a higher level of duality. This is our time right now for us to be coming into unity consciousness, especially the awakened masses are to be coming together now as family of light, as consciousness, as awakened beings. And it's important that we're able to step back from the I, opening up to the I am, and to seeing the grander picture of all. And in this picture or a higher viewpoint, there's understanding of how we can move forward as a human collective and as a human race. And this is not through division. This is not through separation. This is not through right or wrong. This is the awakening within us that we are all God consciousness. And there is no separation from that. The separation that occurs from that is there a matter of illusion and projection that we are fragmenting out at this present time. So it's always a beautiful thing. As we step back from all of the attachments to outcomes, and all of the attachments for the way we perceive or feel things need to be. Iroko yoko kirikiana kianako koroko yoko mati eroko yoko asiroko yoko siana kisiroko yoko. Many of us at this present time are missing the bigger picture. The bigger picture is about us remembering we're whole, we're perfect, we're complete. We each have an ability to awaken, to activate, which is a level of remembering our higher levels of consciousness. And as we pull back the layers and we pull back the lens to have a higher view of perception, the only thing that exists is unity consciousness. Kiroko yoko kirikiana kisi ayaya yoko okoroko. Atiroko yoko siana kiana kianoko kirkiarki. Azagazarkiara kayana nanaka masayo yokoroko. Tuko oko yoko kirkiana kiaraki. Take a moment right now and think, why am I so attached to all of these areas of my life? Why am I so attached to the way I feel this needs to occur, happen for me in this present moment? Why have I created such a deep level of attachment to this project? Why or who is attached? Is that the I, or is that the I am? Itoroko yoko siana yana ko yoko yokoroko. Tisa gazaroko yoko kiyana kirako yoko matiana. Asiaroko yoko kasiaya yakaziraki yoroko. As we move into a higher understanding to navigate through all that is occurring around us, we have to pull back from the noise and come into our centered being of who we are. Ayaroko yoko okuroko yoko matiana kisaroko yoko. Because at that core that we are speaking about, you and I am, we are the same. Utoroko yoko siaya kazaroko yoko okuroko. Ayasayaya karakayaroko yoko okuroko yo. And this is how we move forward as an evolution of the human collective, the human consciousness, where we're not trading traumas with each other, but we're able to sit within the present moment and to show up 100% with no attachments to the outcomes of how all of this needs to be or unfold, but an allowance and in a trust and a surrender to who we are as God sovereign beings, to who we are as consciousness. Ite to yo koroko yoko matia. Azagazarako yoko yoko mati. Tisa kazaraki anoko yoko ma. Mazagazarako yoko koroko yoko. Iti tiroko yoko soko yoko mati anoko yokoroko. Aziyana roko mati kizeroko yo. Starseeds, indigos, light workers, activators, all of this, we have to start at the basis of God consciousness and consciousness coming together for the expansion of consciousness and for consciousness to come through and work through each one of us. Not all of the separate personas and identities. Iroko yoko kirkiana kisio yoko okuroko. We can have the conscious awareness to perceive all of these, but for unity consciousness to come at this time, we have to let go of the duality consciousness to open up our perception and our allowance to not have a deep attachment or to understand why we have that attachment and to be okay with letting some of that go. Because each one of us that are holding on to something very tight right now and to something very deeply within this moment is creating Kuroko yoko kuroko yakasiana kieroko azagazar kiaroko yoko yoko kuroko Tikiana kanaka ya saya ya yo kuruko yoko. We're creating a direction and steering the pathway of what this evolution needs to be or how this needs to occur. But we're at a fundamental time within this expansion where we can open to this consciousness reset of what divine perfection is, because it already is. Each one of us needs to awaken to that remembering of the perfection that we are. Through the remembering that we have to let all the layers go so that we can perceive what is the highest of all. Ukoyoko rokoyoko masiana kisorokoyoko. Itorokoyoko okorokoyoko masia sirokoyoko. This does not mean that you cannot identify, you cannot have a persona, but this does mean you have to be aware of those personas, of those identities, and to not allow this to steer the direction of this evolution that is unfolding. Kuya roko yoko kirikiana kisi yo yo okoroko yoko azagazarakiara kyo yo oko yoko koko koko. As this is an awakening to who we are and who we always were before we were told who we are, before we were named, and before we identified with our name. Itoroko yoko oko so yo yoko oko yokoroko. Mutiaroko yoko oko so yo yo yoko yokoroko yoko. Mazagazaraki araki arati aroko yoko. Anakaza yo yo okoroko yoko. And think of how much that name has caused you grief, has caused you suffering, has caused you trauma as you've identified and attached to it. Asagazarakoyo okoyo ko okorikiana kiana kisirokoyo. Aya yakaraka mayana kiana kisiaraki. Usiana masayo yo okokokokokokoko. Tusakazarako yoko okoroko yoko. I hope you are feeling in this moment your heart, the heart, the heart of consciousness, the heartbeat of life, the heartbeat of all. Feel it. Utoroko yoko siaya ya yoko okoroko yoko mati siroko yoko. Isoko zoroko yoko oko oko yoko. Feel the heartbeat of life, the heartbeat of creation. The rhythm of life, the heartbeat of consciousness. This is the place we are all required to be coming into. This is where peace is. This is where freedom is. And this is a message to everyone. Utiroko yoko siya kazarakia rakia ya 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 oko yoko yoko. Mataraka sayo yo kuruko. Tuki toroko yoko oko yoko yokoroko yoko. Ayana sayo yo yo koroko yoko. Misa gazara kiana kiana kiaroko oko. Asa gazara kia ya ata yananadadadado. Tusoko soko yoko koroko. Consciousness, awakening, awakened, activation, remembering, letting go, expansion, transmutation, freedom, embodiment. Utoroko yoko siya yakazarakiaroko yoko okorokoyo. Masakazarakiaroko oko yoko okotoroko. Kasakazaraka yanakiaroko yo. We are one. One heart, one source, one message, one light, one love, one freedom. Aho, namaste, and blessed be. I hope you have the most beautiful day today, or morning, or afternoon, wherever you are, where we are. Kurikia to yo yoko tororoko matiti ata zeroko. Azagazarakia roko oko yoko okoroko. To all one family. Aho, namaste, and blessed be. So it is, so it is, so it is.